I am going to tell you the story about how I got fat. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. And for reference, that's me at somewhere around 300 pounds. I stopped getting on the scale because it hurt. I'm going to tell the story from two perspectives. One is going to be that common narrative, the one that really plays into my own shame cycle, and the one that really is the scientific understanding of how it happened. Okay, so number one, I was overweight as a kid. I played lots of sports. And then after high school, I went off to college and I gained 50 pounds because I couldn't stop eating. I overate. I went to the food court and I got French fries and hamburgers every day. On the way home, I was at McDonald's. I wasn't cooking healthy food for myself. Of course I got fat. I didn't take care of myself. I had no willpower. And then the story of what actually happened. I grew up in a very traumatic environment. And then at 16, I had a baby and I gave him up for adoption. And I never processed those emotions. In fact, what I did was I used food to bury them deeper. Whenever emotions would come forward, instead of wanting to feel them, I would feed them. And what happened is over time, I destroyed my metabolic health. I messed up my hormone balances and the weight piled on between the stress of the emotions I was holding on to and the stress of the poor diet that I was eating. I worked my way up to 300 pounds using yo-yo dieting and extreme dieting protocols to try and get the weight off on a vicious roller coaster cycle, further damaging my body. I underate. I went on extreme caloric restrictive diets, which made my body even more prone to wanting to store fat. And so in order to get to a place where I could lose the weight and keep it off, what I had to do was learn how to work with my metabolism, how to fix my metabolism, not by crazy caloric restriction, but by understanding the hormones of fat gain and fat loss, understanding the hormones of what it takes for your body to release the weight. And the other thing I had to work on was the trauma, was the emotions, was all the shit I had stored in my body that was keeping my body in a stress state. I needed to learn how to handle my emotions in a proper way instead of feeding them. These are the things that I had to do in order to get to where I'm at today. And I'm still working at it, but I give myself grace and I don't let myself enter the shame cycle when I do slip or turn to food to handle an emotion. I don't let myself do that anymore because I know that wellness is a journey and it's something that takes practice and commitment and a huge amount of self-love and respect. Being fat isn't as simple as I overate, and it isn't for you either. There are reasons why you made that choice, and there are reasons why you continue to make those choices. I also need you to know that if you're ready to change, this isn't the end of your story. You don't have to stay in a body that makes you feel stuck or reminds you of all the times you didn't take care of her. You can transform your life. I know you can because I did.